chugga, 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 chew! What's going on, everybody? We're back on the speculation train. That's what that whole get was right there. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Crypt here. Sorry I've been gone the last few days. I thought I was going to be in a lawsuit with somebody. I got it all handled, but I had to take a few days off work to get the situation rectified. Not on my part. Everything's good on my end. I thought I was going to have to sue somebody else. But anyway, I thought what better video to make when I come back than to check out all this shit that's been going on about Eminem, because there's been a ton. If you haven't seen it, my boy Eminem has been promoting the shit out of the Slim Shady LP 25th anniversary capsules. Now, he's been doing these merch drops over the last 2 years. That's nothing new. Sometimes they're anniversary stuff, sometimes they're just inspired by some of his songs, but it's usually like a post or two, and then we move on to the next one a few months down the line. My man has literally made like 9 or 10 25th anniversary posts about the Slim Shady LP, which is weird because he just doesn't tweet ever. It's crazy because I just did a video like this about NF, the last video that I made on this channel, and it's kind of the similar situation with him. He just doesn't tweet, so when he tweets, it's something to really look at. But I've been seeing a ton of different things on Twitter over the last few days, and I've compiled a bunch of stuff that I found, did some research on my own, and we're going to explore that today because the rumored Slim Shady LP 2 kind of looking more and more like a possibility every day. Apologies for the mess in the background. I have like 30 hoodies and random merch objects. These are all samples that I've been sent over the years from the company that makes my hoodies. They would just randomly send me new designs to see if I liked them. So all of these are like one-of-a-kind samples that I'm going to end up selling on my website, except for this one because I really love this one. But there's another one very similar to this that I'm going to put on there. I also just put on a ton of new merchandise on there as well if you guys are interested in any shirts. Working on getting some hats back on there. I got some albums put on there. About to put another new album on there. Yeah. But yeah, all this Eminem merch talk just reminded me of that stuff. But here's the deal, okay? The last Eminem album that we got was December 18th, 2020, which was Music to Be Murdered By Side B. Well over 3 years ago, approaching 3.5 years. The last stint that we went this long without an Eminem album was literally because he overdosed and was in rehab and just battling sobriety. And I will say, we got a really fucking nice album after that. The last bit of music that we heard from Eminem was his verse for Doomsday Part 2 on the Lyrical Lemonade album, All Is Yellow. That was back on January 26th, and there was supposed to be a music video for it that was going to drop in mid-February, according to some rumors that I saw. And every other little bulletin point on this rumor post came true, kinda. Some of it's kind of subjective. But I remember shitting all over this guy saying these are like blanket statements and these aren't true, and a lot of them turned out to be true. And we know for a fact that every song on the All Is Yellow album by Lyrical Lemonade has a music video for it because Cole Bennett said it.
Being a director, doing an album, and building all these songs from scratch and putting together this world and bringing all these different artists together, there's 35 artists on the album. It was only right that I did a music video for every single song. It was just kind of an agreement I made with myself. It's way more ambitious than I had realized, and it's a lot more work than I'd ever thought it could be, but it's fun. It's really challenging. At times, I'm like, damn, I don't need to be doing all this. I'm literally doing this just because I said if I don't do a video for every song, then the album's not complete.
But the Doomsday Part 2 video still isn't out there, and we even have screenshots of the music video. And so far, 9 of the 14 songs from the album have music videos, and Doomsday Part 2 is one of the last songs that does not have one. So right out the gate, it's a little fishy for me that the video didn't really drop when it was supposed to, and I feel like at this point it's going to be the last video that drops. And Lyrical Lemonade has been dropping these music videos every 2 weeks roughly or so, sometimes a week after, sometimes 3 weeks after, but it's roughly 2 weeks, and it's been 2 weeks since the last music video. So we're due a new music video in the next week or so. So if we stay consistent to this release schedule that they've kind of been around, you'll get the Doomsday Part 2 music video around 10 to 12 weeks from now. And I know that seems like super irrelevant right now, but I'm gonna tie into that later on. And if you go read the comments on the little visual that Lyrical Lemonade put out, it's just tons of people asking Eminem for an album. Then the following Sunday after that song released, Eminem was at the 49ers Lions game, and he had a fan really begging him for an album.
Drop the album! Drop the album! That's all you gotta do! All you gotta do is drop the album! Drop it today!
And you can just see the smirk on his face. It's like, man, I have an album, I'm gonna drop it, but I'm not gonna drop it because you're telling me. That is the smirk of a man that has an album in the vault with a game plan. Then you fast forward a couple weeks and you're at the 25th anniversary of the Slim Shady LP. And like I said, my dude has dropped a ton of posts about this merch line specifically. You've got this Zoetrope vinyl, which will come into play later. But then the next day, the day before the actual drop, he makes another promotional post. And this one is a little less cryptic. It's just the Shady Bunch, and it's reminiscent of the Brady Bunch, and he's got different merch drops that he's showing right here. And after that video, you see some screen grabs from the video. One of these shows the track list specifically right there, and another equation back here that I just can't quite make out what it says. Another merch post right here, screenshots from that video again. And on top of all this merch drop stuff that he's got going on here, for whatever reason, yesterday he dropped a Vivo footnote video exploring the behind the scenes of the My Name Is music video. But then the next post is what really started to make me think. So here we got another promotional video. I'm gonna mute it because I don't want to get copyrighted on this video, but it's playing My Name Is in the background. So this was shot specifically for the Slim Shady LP 25th anniversary edition. You got 2 people sitting in an older setting looking living room right here. We got this black and white cable box TV. It's got the antennas on the top. Obviously, reminiscence of the late 90s when the album came out. So they're watching some, I don't know, some dancers, and then they get a pop-up infomercial right here, and boom, this is where I wanted to stop it right here. We got the real Slim Shady pack, Slim Shady 2 white t-shirts, but obviously it says Slim Shady 2 right here. And that's the first indication that I have of Slim Shady LP 2. It's right there in my freaking face. But then we get to this week, and he randomly starts posting skits from the Slim Shady LP, but they have brand new animations for them. So this first skit is from Public Service Announcement, which led off the album.
This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Slim Shady.
The second skit is Paul, the OG Paul skit. There's been like 15 Paul skits. I know there was one on Kamikaze.
What's going on? This is Paul Rosenberg, your faithful attorney at law. Listen, I listened to the rough copy of your album, and, I just got to be honest with you. Can you tone it down a little bit? Because there's only so much I can explain.
And then the one that he posted yesterday was the bitch skit.
I just listened to Eminem in her car. It is the most disgusting thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
And he's been posting these at the same time for the last 3 days. Which means at the time of recording this video, there's not a new one out, but there might be a new one based on the habits that's been happening. Because there's still a couple more skits from that album that haven't been made into animations. Again, just a shit ton of promotional stuff for the 25th anniversary here. But if that wasn't fishy enough, I decided to actually go on the website and look at some stuff. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is this Zoetrope vinyl disc that he has for sale. You see that it's on pre-order, but it ships on or before May 31st. May 31st is on a Friday, which is when all major label artists drop their albums like Eminem. But May 31st falls within the 10 to 12 week range that would line up with the Doomsday music video on Lyrical Lemonade that I talked about way earlier on in the video. And then finally, the most damning piece of evidence that a Slim Shady LP 2 is happening is something that I saw on Twitter and thought was fake. So I decided to look myself. So if you go to his website, go to the music drop down bar and click Explore the Discography. You can scroll on down here and look at some of his discography. Not all of it is on there for some reason. But it starts with the Slim Shady LP, and you can buy the Slim Shady LP vinyl right here. But then if you keep going, it goes to the Marshall Mathers LP, then the Eminem Show, and then it has the Slim Shady LP vinyl again, twice. Slim Shady LP, twice. 2. Slim Shady LP 2. And then this is the part that I thought was fake as hell, but it's not. I gotta move myself to show you guys. And I'm even gonna refresh the page right here so you guys don't think that I'm lying and doing some copy inspect element thing right here. But you go down here to the bottom, you got this big blank white space at the bottom of the screen, and you highlight, and it's literally there. Stay up to date, more releases to come, privy here. That is the craziest little Easter egg ever, bro. So, do I think a Slim Shady LP 2 album is happening? Absolutely. We've already gotten a Marshall Mathers LP 2 album, so that's definitely a possibility to make a sequel to another album. Now, do I know when it'll drop? Absolutely not. There is no indication. A lot of people think it might drop tonight. I'm thinking it's going to drop around May 31st because it lines up more with the release schedule of Lyrical Lemonade in that music video, and the Doomsday Part 2 music video might lead into another music video for the Slim Shady LP 2 album. After all, the lead music videos for Music to Be Murdered By and Music to Be Murdered By Side B were both Lyrical Lemonade videos by Cole Bennett, so it would only make sense that it would happen again. But to me, there's just a lot of signs pointing that it could drop May 31st. Just in time for everybody to listen to it over the summer because that is one of the best times to drop music. But I don't know. That's enough of my research for today. Let me know what you guys think. But that's it. Love you guys. Check out my website if you want to buy some of this merch that I'm going to have up there. Those should be on there in the next few days. Or if you want some music reviews or anything like that, there's just all kinds of stuff on there. Check it out. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. With the venom and eliminate him. Other words, I made him. I don't want to hurt him, but I did him in a fit of rage. Murdering again. Nobody will evade him. Finna kill him. Don't put the fucking bodies in the lake. Obliterating everything. Incinerating. Renegade him. And I make anybody who wanted with the pen afraid, but don't nobody want it, but they're going to get it anyway. Because I'm beginning to feel like I'm mentally ill. I'm mentally kill him. The killer be the vanilla gorilla. You're bringing the killer within me out of me. You don't want to be the enemy of the demon who an enemy and being a receiving enemy was